As a former medical researcher and an astrologer trained in medical astrology that works closely with a medical doctor who's also a medical astrologer, I want to show you guys a free, powerful, anatomically effective way to treat a lot of common health issues, including depression, brain fog, ADHD, autism, like all of these crazy health issues that people are taking pharmaceuticals, herbal supplements, eating clean, doing all of these different things, exercising, all very important stuff. But there are certain things that if you aren't doing, you're not going to get the maximum benefit. Okay. And I am so mad that this isn't a well-known thing that doctors actually prescribe to their clients, because to their patients, because this is a free thing that you can do that is anatomically effective. Okay. And this is to stimulate your vagus nerve. And you're literally, what you're doing is you're draining the toxins out of your brain. Because when you have a health issue, that means you have a gut imbalance, because health issues always start with a gut imbalance. And if you're experiencing things like depression, brain fog, ADHD, autism, all of these common health issues, that means that your brain has a lot of toxins going on, and you need to drain and clear the toxins out of your brain. Okay, because the vagus nerve, which is part of your immune system, which affects your overall emotional, psychological, physical well-being, is connected to your gut, where all of your poop and all of that shit is, and it goes up to your brain. So you can eat clean, you can do all of these different things, but if you don't drain the toxins in your brain, all of that pollution, all of that shit that is up in your brain is going to continue to perpetuate your health issues. So here is an anatomically effective way to physically drain the toxins out of your brain to start to feel better. Okay, and this is by using two of your fingers, and you put them behind your ears. Okay, and so this is like essentially like, okay, if you move your ear and you just put them back here, you do the same thing with this side. Okay, like you just two fingers back here, and you do this. Okay, and do this for like a minute a day, 5 minutes a day. You want to go up to like 20 minutes a day. What this is doing is it is physically draining the toxins that are and the shit that is in your brain. And to make you emphasize, because I don't want you to sit on this really effective, powerful thing, because you think taking the supplements, eating clean, and doing all of this stuff is helping. But if you are, that's like putting clean stuff down here. If you're taking medication, whether it's pharmaceutical, herbal in nature, it's going through your liver. If your liver is overworked, okay, if your digestion, not if, when like, and let's be real, our liver is overworked too. But like with your digestion being overwhelmed and having imbalances and gut issues and stuff, you may not be absorbing all of the nutrients of everything that you are taking. This is why sometimes people like have to switch their medication, or they think that a supplement isn't working or whatever. And it's like, no, it's working. It's just you're not absorbing all of it because you're having gut issues, or you're absorbing it, but the issue isn't the new thing that you're taking on. You need to literally clear out the original nasty gunk. And I want you to think about it like this. This is gross, but I really want you to understand this. Imagine taking your hand, dipping it into the toilet bowl, and scooping up a bunch of fucking poop. Okay? Now imagine popping open the top of your head and putting this poop in your fucking brain. Okay? Like that is literally what's happening with the vagus nerve, with the connection, with it being connected to our gut, with all of that poop that is literally going up to our fucking brain. And then like people wonder why they're depressed or they have brain fog and all of these issues. It's literally because there are problems going on in the brain, and you have to drain the toxins. Okay, but this is also going to help to regulate your hormones and stuff and stimulate your body, and this is also going to be a great reset as well. So this is very simple, super effective. I'm not saying to not do the other things, eat clean, take supplements, all of these different stuff is extremely valuable. But you want to maximize and make sure that the things that you're doing is effective. And the reality of the matter is, with having gut issues, it's possible that the amount of effort and time that you're putting in with the things that you're doing, maybe you're not absorbing all of it. And then the reality of the matter is, you might not be taking the right dosage for yourself. Okay, the medical industry gives a generalized dosage recommendation that that's not based for every individual. And they go based on age, they might go based on weight, but they're not going based on a metabolic rate. They're going based on your physical weight. So for myself, for example, there are certain vitamins and minerals that I require at a higher dosage that's so high because of such a fast metabolism, it's considered to be poisonous levels. But this is what my body needs. And with having digestive imbalances, that also I have to consider that I'm not absorbing everything. So maybe I require a higher dosage than at some point beyond that, because my body isn't assimilating everything. And so there are different things. Different people require certain dosages at a higher level. And then there are some things that like I don't need as high of a dosage of. There's a lot of different things in medical astrology, which is highly mathematical, highly scientific. Back in the day, up until like the 14th, a little bit of the 15th century, medical astrology was part of med school. So there's a lot of really valuable information that's often overlooked in modern medicine now, where medical astrology really does teach you so many wonderful things. And there's also like certain nutrients, like you figure there are 12 months out of the year, but we're in the womb for 9 months, sometimes less for, some of you who are preemies, right? And so there are certain nutrients that existed when we were born, and certain nutrients that we didn't get when we were in the womb. And there's so many different things. And even when you have health issues, there are, whatever it is, there are so many different treatment protocols that are available. But the thing that's going to be best for you depends on your specific sign. It's highly, highly specific to every individual. And I'm not talking about the way most medical astrologers who talk about medical astrology, even the ones that have a medical background, and there is a way to really understand medical astrology that's very geographical, very calculated. You're looking at like the anatomy of things, from like the liver to like the ligaments to the tendons of the liver to the location of like where in the ovaries you might have a cyst, at what size. I mean, there's just such precise precision that can exist in medical astrology. And especially when there is a deeper understanding of biochem, which is often that's often like not even explored even very extensively in med school. And this is why so many people are struggling with their health and don't understand what's best for them. And I find that medical astrology can be so, so helpful. And if this is something that you're interested in, Dr. Maria Johnson and I, we have we do a collab together. It's called Astromedic Insights. We have combined consultations where Maria explains the medical aspects of things, and then I layer on the emotional, psychological, spiritual aspects of things, and I provide insights into the best way for you to get started and implement the resources that that Maria provides. So first she'll do the reading, and then I'll have access to it, and then I'll provide you insights on, okay, the thing that's going to be easiest and most sustainable for you to start could be doing this on a Wednesday, doing this during this time of day, doing this in an environment that is whatever the environment that's optimal, with family or at home, or like meal prepping is the best. Meal prepping is not the best. This is the environment that's going to help you. This is the environment where you might get challenged. Here are some ways to redirect it so that you can actually get started with the information. The insights that Maria provides is very comprehensive. It's actually very useful And it's easy to just like kind of pick something and get started. But the reality of the matter is the reptilian part of our brain and our nervous system gets used to what's familiar. And so making a change, even when it's healthier, can feel really threatening. And so oftentimes what happens is people get kind of like overwhelmed and they don't know where to get started because they're like in freeze or flight or a flight mode. And so this is where I can step in and give you some information in order to kind of create that bridge and get you started. We do also have a Patreon channel. We have a monthly membership. We offer monthly calls where every subscriber is allowed to ask one general question that Maria and I will answer for you. So it's very reasonably priced. Go to our Patreon channel. The information is down below in my bio. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us and we'd love to support you. Thanks so much and have a lovely day.